welcome back to Jazz Bass Secrets. I'm Cyrus Sink. In this lesson, we're going to look at what are commonly referred to as bebop scales. In jazz music, it seems to be necessary to add an extra note to the scale in order to make it work out rhythmically. So let's look at how this is applied to major, dominant, and minor chords. So first we'll look at the major chord. Most commonly, the extra note is placed between the 6th and the 5th degree of the scale, be the flat 6th, could be also done ascending, done in 2 octaves, articulation. Okay, let's look at the 2 chord, the minor chord. Commonly, the chromatic tone is placed between the 4th and the 5th degree of the Dorian mode. That would be between, in our example, on a C minor 7th, that would be between F and G. So we'd have F, F sharp, G. So in our scale, dominant chord, we're going to put the half step between the root of the dominant chord and its flat 7th. In this example, it's an F7 chord, so the note will be an E connecting the F and the E flat. Those are the main bebop scales. They can be combined with some of the other things we've been looking at to create lines. For example, on a C7 chord, we might descend from the root to the flat 7th. Then we might take a little detour. That's the approach pattern to the 5th. Approach pattern to the 3rd. So in that example, we have a C7 idea using a little fragment of the bebop scale. Okay, so it's present there. Okay, other things that are common chromatically in the bebop vocabulary would be to descend chromatically from the 3rd to the root on either a dominant or a major chord. Let's look at a B flat chord and descend chromatically from the 3rd to the root. Okay, we can combine that with the bebop scale. Continue our line if we wanted. That could also be applied on a dominant chord. In our example, we'll be using an F7 chord, so we'll descend chromatically from the 3rd to the root. That could continue with the bebop scale. So I descend chromatically from the 3rd to the root, and then I descend chromatically from the root to the flat 7th. Then I do whatever I feel like doing. Okay. Let's look at another chromatic possibility that's used on the major 7th chord, which is to descend chromatically from the 7th to the 5th degree. In our example, we'll be on a B flat chord. We're going to start on the major 7th and descend chromatically to the 5th. Okay, so those are some ideas for bebop scales. In our next lesson, we're going to look at some common melodic sequences that use a combination of diatonic and chromatic ideas. Most of them are cliches and are excellent practice tools. So stay tuned for the next lesson, and we'll see you with more Jazz Bass Secrets. Thanks.